killing me. The game is over. We 10 boot trooping like soldiers in trains and planes and Range Rovers. We see fans up in them Ubers and lifts. We on a BQE and we maneuver and swift. This ain't Tokyo, but you know we drift. Cause the pokey been a low, so you know the flow had to shift. Guess who's back with the game recap? You see the name and the frame, the hat. This real talking, we cut from a different cloth. We cooking Nick broad with a different salt. We bubbling like a hot pot in the kitchen. Dripping in the spot, nicking. We spitting. Battle with these balls and B-ball. No matter how far the stars we see y'all. We about to hit you with the box score and a lot more. Our top core knocking down shop. And we got a lot more. 48 minutes, captain lieutenants getting buckets, fucking we in it. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on the game preview. It's this real talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that mission and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride, so let's ride. It's this real talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that nation and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride, so let's ride. It's real talk and we a vibe. What's good, everybody? Salute. It's Divine. It's Shot Power. This the recap. Knicks last night went up to Toronto and did handle the business, man. 113-108. We're gonna bring the recap to you, man. We're gonna get in there and talk about all that good stuff, man. And just some thoughts from the game and what you seen, what you didn't see, what you liked, you didn't like, box scores and all that, man. So first and foremost, before I go any further and get in my zone, let me bring in my brother, my partner, man. You already know what it is. Shot Powers, what's good, my man?
Peace to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Brian up in here early. Brian, we appreciate you, my man. Coming in early. Shot Powers got the salute up there. All that good stuff. Let's get it, man. We in here. Let's talk about it, man. Knicks in Toronto last night, ladies and gentlemen. Good game. Really good game for the only game to be on a doctrine last night in the NBA. A pretty good game right there, man. They went out there, went up to Toronto, did what they had to do. Toronto fought, played hard. RJ had it popping off. So it was just some good basketball all around. But we had some really good guys on our end who were doing the damn thing as well. Salute to the Knicks, man. They pulled that thing out, man. Big time shots. Some good defense in certain quarters, especially in that third and fourth quarters. So overall, this was a good game. Shot Powers. They went out there. They was battling. They was competing. Good game, man. It was back and forth, from quarter to quarter. They go up, they get close. We go up, whatever the case may be. And then I think we went and put the clamp down in that second half going into the fourth quarter. We really made it happen on the defense side of the ball. And then I think that's what we kind of took the momentum for the game and turned it the other way and then went in our favor, man. So overall, it was a good game, man. What's your thoughts on that game, my man?
Yeah, exactly what we needed to do, man. Excuse me, to get the win. Excuse me. We didn't have the best game last night, you know what I mean? And like we were just talking about in the background, this is the type of win that we wanted to see against Detroit. You know what I mean? They didn't grab the rebounds. We got out-rebounded. Our free throw shooting was horrific, but we found a way to win the game because of the type of players that we have on the court. So I'm glad that we went out there, you know what I mean? And we captured the win, you know what I mean? It was we needed to get that win, and everybody came to play basketball that night. It was a great game.
Yeah, it really was, man. It was really all out, just classic NBA basketball, but at a level from the Knicks that we start to see on a regular. That was a really good display of basketball yesterday, man. I'm talking about offense and defense, believe it or not. But we had some guys step up to the plate and handle their business. Our big two do what our big two do. But Mikal Bridges stepped up and gave us a phenomenal game, man. That was crazy with the way he was doing it and how he was doing it. And that was good to see. And obviously, the other guy I started, they all still had double digits in scoring. Josh Hart had 10. Obviously, we'll talk about that in a few more minutes. But they went out there in the bench. The three guys off the bench, that's part of that rotation, played some big dividends in that game. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about that as well, man. So we had 8 guys went out there last night, and they played 8 guys with a basketball, and they got us the victory. And that's what I'm happy about, that they went out there and went up in Toronto on the road and won that game. So now we gained over 500 on the road, and that's good to see us get into this just momentum, knowing we got a big game tomorrow. So it was good to see.
Yeah, no, here comes another 5-game winning streak coming right down the pipe for us. The Knicks did exactly what we needed to see from them. You know what I mean? They didn't do exactly what the mantra is, you know what I mean, what we talk about all the time, but they did get the win. And I'll take it. Like we was talking, last night, I'll take that win, you know what I mean? This is the type of win that we were looking for against Detroit, and we just couldn't get over the hump. But last night, we got over the hump. We ran through the hole. We went through any hoops, whatever you want to call it. They did exactly what to do to make sure that they captured that win. Like like we was talking about in the background, Devon, the second half was it was 2 halves to the game, the first half and the second half, and we really performed in that second half.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good to see, man. But the thing that was interesting to me, Shaw Powell, really was Cat coming back after missing the game. In the first half, he just find his way through, wasn't hunting for shots, stuff like that. He kind of let the game go with him. He started rebounding the basketball. Then I think in that second quarter, I think that's when I really seen Cat start getting into a groove, because him and Porter was going at it, and Pearl is a good center. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. He's a good center. He plays hard, coming out of a Popovich tree back in the days, then obviously landed in Toronto years later, but he's a hard-nosed center with a top 11 rebounds a game. You know what I mean? So, he could rebound the ball. He's pretty aggressive. I like the way Cat handled that as we got later into the game. He kept going downhill at him, and then he started to make Pirtle had to earn his defense stripe, and I think Cat just got going, so that was good to see. I think Mikal Bridges, what a wonderful game he did, man, and all that good stuff. All around, they just gritty effort. I think that's what I liked about the game. Shot Power was real gritty. That was like gritty basketball that New York did last night, and the way they did it. And Jalen Brunson with the dagger not dagger, but the 4-point play that was huge with the profile in the post. I mean, my man telling the crowd and
that turned the game around.
Yeah, man. And so I just like the energy with these guys. That was what I want to see all season. What I mean by this is the way how they perform, not on the court, but you look at campaign when my man hit that 3-pointer and you showed the way he just was staring like, for real. The vibe is immaculate. That's what I'm trying to say. The vibe on that basketball team, what I seen last night, I haven't seen like that all year. I think they with Chua coming back, they get more healthy. And they know RJ up there want to do his thing, and quickly up there want to kind of, and then new cats like, nah, we ain't having that. You know what I mean? And they showed the proof, man. So great as RJ played last night. I'm still glad we got Anunoby, hands down. You know what I mean? So it was a good game overall. But some of the takeaways I've seen from the team, their spirit is amazing on the Knicks roster right now, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are playing with a lot of cohesion, a lot of chemistry, a lot of love. They having fun. But they getting serious on the b-ball court too. I mean, they putting up numbers. It seems right now they look like they're in a happy place, man. So it's gonna be big tomorrow, in this Emirates Cup thing. But for anything indicates what I seen last night, I'm just talking about the grittiness from these guys. That's a ball I wish we would have seen Sunday when all the legends was there. The way they played last night, they played with some grit last night, man. The pressure of Chua, I think his impact it can't go unnoticed. So it was good to see Shop House all around good performance by everybody, and they pulled out the victory.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had a piece to contribute to this win yesterday. The big 3-point shot, 4-point shot from Jalen. The big 3-point shot from Mikal in the corner. The pass that Jalen threw the Cat down low. You know what I mean? And they're talking to each other. You hear them yelling at each other on the court. Go over there, go over there, go over there. You hear them all getting, and that's what they talked about Sunday's game. That we didn't talk to each other. We wasn't, we couldn't listen to each other because we wasn't talking. And they listened to each other yesterday. And you seen what took place with that last shot, that big Cat 3. I mean, these guys are really playing for themselves. And you see it on the court that everybody runs over when somebody drops on the floor. You see it when something goes good. Everybody's enthused and happy for everybody else because they're part of something, you know what I mean? And it really showed its head last night, and I really appreciated the way they fought through adversity to get that win last night.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that, man. Yeah. So in that in a nutshell, we'll put the box score up in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. But it just feels good to see us get a victory like that. Like I said, knowing what's ahead, and to be 15-9 right now, and and playing good basketball, other than the loss against Detroit. Other than that, Knicks been playing good basketball. You know what I mean? And so we just gotta hopefully with this same momentum and the same energy and everything drive right over to the Emirates Cup because it all goes down tomorrow, obviously against the Atlanta Hawks. So hopefully that a game like that and a win like that. One, it was close, so that put them in a competitive spirit. Because they, if you blow them cats out, you might not go to Vegas with a competitive spirit. We got this, blah blah blah. So it was good to see them get in a dogfight to keep their mentality focused on a competitive game, because that is going to be a competitive game tomorrow, regardless of who they. I mean, Atlanta going to come to play, and they beat us this year already. But so I'm glad it was a tight game, and they got to play in a tight game to kind of make sure that they just stay focused. Blowouts might not keep you focused. I think a game like that kept a focus going into tomorrow, and I think it was awesome that they pulled it out too, because I think that was a good win from the mental, spiritual standpoint, everything, all that good stuff. So I think it just was a good win overall, and gutsy performance, gritty New York Knicks basketball, and they was getting it. Cat had it, set the tone. Brunson set the tone. Anunoby was setting the tone. All these guys set the tone last night. McHale set the tone. I'm like, yo, these cats are doing it out here. And despite the way the game went, Shot Powers, but what I'm glad about is how competitive they stayed. They ran up on these dudes, they came back. They ran up on them again, they came back. But then when they got tight, RJ started getting in his bag a little bit. Salute to RJ Barrett. He had a good game out there on the offensive side of the ball. But I noticed our guys got locked in, and then when we needed it the most, I see why we have a lineup that could shoot over 40% from the 3-point line. That's what it showed me last night. Like, we got a lineup that literally all them dudes can shoot a 3-point shot. So when I see McHale hitting clutch ones, then I see Brunson knocking down them, then I see Cat knocking them down. That told me like that. That's what was pretty impressive about that last night, is just the way all these cats finally gelled on the offense, man. And I think it paid dividends last night. So we just got to keep the momentum going and all that good stuff, and see how it goes tomorrow. But salute to the chat, man. Brian, Tim, Fabian, AP was good, my man. LB, what's good, sister? Good to see you up in the chat. Johnny Davis, my man, and salute Darlene Queen, what's good, what's popping? Knicks we'll talk about it's the recap. Last night, Knicks 113, Toronto Raptors 108. Good game for the New York Knicks, moving back and forth. A lot of grittiness, a lot of toughness, a lot of good shooting. Rebounding was pretty decent. Cat did the damn thing again. We're gonna throw the box score right now, and we can look at the numbers. Shop. I think it was some good numbers overall for the team, and I'm glad that they did what they did. So here were the numbers for last night, man, and we'll talk about it real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the box score from the game the past night. As you can see, New York Knicks 113-108. New York Knicks 34 in the first quarter. Toronto 27 in the first quarter. They outscored us in the second quarter, 34-26. They outscored us in the third quarter, 25-23. But then we went around and flipped it to 30-22 in that fourth quarter. That's why I said what made it so gritty, because they gave up them quarters, but they found a way to when it needed it most to get it popping. So that was a good fourth quarter for New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. They held their opponent under 25 points, like me and Shop Howell, we talk about, and we scored 30. And that's pretty much what we do all year, been doing all year. Them numbers right there, like 30 and 22 or 28 and something. So, we always stay high in them coming out the gate numbers. And I think, fourth quarter number, and I think we did good right there. But Shop Howard, Mikal Bridges, 41 minutes, 9 for 14, 5 from 8 from downtown, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, plus 9, 23. Great game for him. I don't even say good, great game for that, my man, last night.
What can you say, man? That's putting it together. That's stacking the lineup, stacking your stats. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to see that. You know what I mean? My only discrepancy to that is, like I said, that small forward in the second unit. Where everybody talking about all these minutes is played and all that stuff. You already know how I feel about this, Divine. If you get paid $25 million, I want you to be out there 35 minutes at 40 minutes every night. You know what I mean? And it is the way you play the minutes, but he ain't complaining about it. I ain't heard him complain about it. He get out there and score them baskets. I'm happy for that.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, that was an all around good game. Some guy might have to play 48 sometimes. You never know, but 41, you'll take with a game that important with the amount of guys that you played in the rotation. I'll take that. Anunoby, Shaw Power, same thing, 41 minutes, 6 for 14, 2 for 9 for downtown. Didn't have an overall good shooting game last night, but the defense was spectacular, though. He came away with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He was a -7, but I think that had a lot to do more with RJ as well, because RJ had a lot of points that game, so it kind of washed away his plus because RJ had a popping. So and it is what it is. But overall, he got it when he needed it most, especially at the end of the game when he blocked that shot and turned that into a 3-point Karl Anthony Towns shot. So overall, Shaw Powell, not a bad game. I think it was a solid game, other than his shooting percentages.
Yeah, he did something that I haven't seen a lot of teams do to RJ, especially when RJ was with us, is he made him go right. You know what I mean? He pushed him hard to that right-hand side to make him have to get past the guy to cross over to try to get back to the left side. And that's a lot of times when he either turned the ball over, he got trapped, or he tried to get away with a pitch pass somewhere to get him out of trouble. So I'm happy with how OG played his defense last night. Now, what we know from RJ can have a good night. And RJ is not that same little guy that we used to have here 2 years ago. You know what I mean? He's 25, 26, something like that now. He's a grown-up, and he's almost like running the team now. And he is, something. This was one of the things that we used to debate about. Do we trade Randall or do we trade RJ? And right now we don't have either one of them.
Yeah, real talk. I salute to RJ Barrett, but I'm happy with that trade. No question about it. I just think it worked out for both teams real well, because we got the type of player we needed in New York, and Toronto got one their fan favorites. But I still personally it's Anunoby all day, because first of all, the RJ Barrett can't play no defense like that.
No,
nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. You know what I mean? Literally. So this cat is one of the top dogs in the NBA on the defense side of the ball. So yeah, he buckets is buckets, but if you got a guy who can help stop you from getting buckets and get buckets just as good as you can, you obviously got to take that and go with it. But anyway, that was all good. Anunoby, I still like the game. Karl Anthony Towns, big game, 36 minutes, 7 for 13, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line, 8 for 10, 15 rebounds, 6 assists. He killed it. 2 steals, 2 blocks, plus 10, 24 big points, and not only the cold-blooded 3-point dagger at the end of the game. What can you say? Ain't not too much to be said about that. It was good to see that man back, man, real talk, because that's what you missed the other night. You know what I mean? This kid, this young man right now, I hate to say it, man, you better put him in the top 5 in the MVP in the league, to me, straight up. I mean, because he's doing it like that, man. He winning, the Knicks winning. His numbers is ridiculous, and the rebound numbers is impressive, and his offense is everything. So, Shaw Powell, good game for him in 36 minutes, man. 24, double again, 15 rebounds.
Yeah, the defense is immaculate. That's all I want to say. We got him over here knowing that his defense was what we needed, because we're based on a defensive style of a lineup. So anything that we get from OG, aside from the defense,
excuse me, this was to be on Cat now.
Oh, Cat. What am I talking about? I'm talking about OG. I'm sorry. Cat. What can I say about Cat? Cat he should be one of the most valuable players right now in the league right now. He is to me the top East center in the league. Who's better than Cat in the East as a center? You know what I mean? All of these hoopla about his defensive and all this other stuff. Nah, it's not that his defense is bad. It's that he goes to help out and he gets beat. And I mean, majority of the time when they talk about his defensive presence and he doesn't block shots and all this stuff, he's getting blocks. Every game he has 2 blocks. And I mean, this guy he grabs 14 rebounds, 15 rebounds a game. And I mean, it's not that. Is his positioning when he goes to help out. He steps up, and then if you're a good passer, you get the ball around Cat and you give it to his man, then he has the easier layup. You know what I mean? So if and that's not all the time. That's a lot of the time, not enough that is noticeable to me. You know what I mean? So that's going to clear up. It's even getting better. His defense is even getting better. He's getting more he's getting more stronger. He's a demonstrous. You know what I mean? He's getting way stronger, and he's going to do something real good. I'm betting that he's going to have a 64-point game this year. I'm betting for that.
Yeah. Real talk. Yeah, he's definitely playing some stellar basketball, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why we brought him here. That's why we brought the man here. This ain't Mitchell Robinson in the middle. This ain't none of the other centers in the middle. This is Karl-Anthony Towns putting up numbers like this here, and that's why people don't understand that why the Knicks is so dangerous. Because now everybody who think that they played, the teams who played the Knicks last year, they knew the Knicks was good. They just knew they was good, but they also knew that we had a weakness, and that was our center spot when it comes to getting buckets. The New York Knicks went on all season addressed that and some. So now these guys who played us, who knew our weakness was center who can get buckets, can do all these things. We obviously know what's put on Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein, but they not my man Karl-Anthony Towns. Now you added that to the equation. Now people see why they are who they are. You can't foul the center no more to give him cheap foul so he can go to the line and miss 2 free throws. You can't play off the center no more because he don't got an offense bag. You can't play off the center no more because the cat can stretch the floor. So the dynamics that Karl-Anthony Towns has brought to the New York team, people don't even get it right now compared to last year. It's simply amazing alone just by him. Just by him. Not even Anunoby, no Mikal Bridges. I'm talking about Karl-Anthony Towns alone just changed the whole Knicks dynamic compared to Mitchell Robinson in the middle. Now, I don't think people get that yet. This cat Dan is scoring 20 more points than Mitchell Robinson. Grabbing almost double the rebound that Mitchell Robinson did. No knock on Mitch. I'm just talking about the difference in, and he's shooting 40% from downtown, and Mitchell Robinson don't shoot from downtown. I just think it's so crazy how much of an impact that he got on this team. And I see why Leon Rose didn't want him that bad, because he done changed the dynamics of the way he played basketball in New York City. And that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. I know we're doing the game summary and everything, but I think this man really that's why I think Knicks is a dangerous team, just because of him alone. It's crazy. It's hard to defend that shit. You know what I mean? And you got Jalen Brunson there doing what he's doing, and Mikal getting in the bag. So I think I see why he's MVP in the conversation. That's what I'm trying to say. I see why Karl-Anthony Towns in the MVP conversation, because he is an MVP ball player for the Knicks right now. Karl-Anthony Towns go, the Knicks don't go nowhere. Him or Jalen Brunson. If Karl-Anthony Towns don't go, Knicks don't win this. Not without him, because that's how dope this kid is playing. So I think they'll always be competitive. But damn, what he doing out there, shot power, that's crazy. 15 rebounds a game or 13 rebounds a game, and you're getting 20-something points. That's crazy. So for a Knick, you know what I mean? We ain't seen that shit in years. So I'm happy about that, man. But just to stop babbling, ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Brunson had 35 minutes, 7 for 13, 4 from 8 from downtown. Didn't shoot well from the charity stripe, but he had 4 rebounds, 11 assists again, -2, but he had 20 good points. Josh Hart had a 32 minutes, 4 for 9, 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 4 rebounds. He didn't rebound well, but he still played some decent basketball. 3 assists, timely shots, 1 steal. He hit some timely buckets too, and he was a -2, but he had 10 points. Big game from Preston Chu. I think one of the best performances last night was him. Him and Mikal Bridges really, to me, set the tone, other than when Town and Brunson doing what they doing. I think Preston Chu came in and set the tone on the defense last night. That's what I liked about his game, Shop. How he came in and set the tone on the defense side of the ball. 16 minutes, 3 for 7. He didn't shoot from downtown. He hit the only charity stripe shot. He had 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. Like I said, he set the tone that he was a +5, and he had 7 points. I think that's what changed that game around in the second half, when Achua started setting the tone on the defense. And I think then Anunoby they all started following each other. You know what I mean? And next thing I know, that's when they had that only 25 points in the third quarter. Then they only gave up 22 in that fourth quarter. I think Achua set the tone up in that piece. I'm glad he back, but that's why we talked about how bad we want this guy back, because we know what he means to this team and what he do on both sides of the ball, actually. So good performance by him overall. Campaign had a good game. Deuce and Bride, they were both +8s and +7, 7 points for Payne, 8 for McBride. Bride shot 50% from downtown, from the floor. He shot 50% from downtown. McBride, 5 assists. good basketball by him until he plays a good ball this year for the I know quickly I'm looking at the sideline like, man, I see why the Knicks let me go. So anyway, overall good number shot power, man. Good box score. And we shot 50% from the floor, 42 from downtown. We did terrible at the free throw line, but I think that 3-point shooting made up for that terrible sending from the foul tech area. What's your thoughts on that box score, man? What you like and you didn't like?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the three guys, that's about 20, 21, 22, 23 points from your second unit. And it's only three guys that we're talking about. So that's good. Precious played great basketball last night. Was aggressive, grabbing rebounds, blocking shots, playing great defense. Payne does what he does, is electrify. He's like a battery in your back. He gets out there and he gets real hard. And Deuce does the same thing, you know what I mean? And he hit a couple of big shots earlier to keep us, competitive. You know what I mean? Stellar defense every time he gets out on the court. So, you know what I mean? The main thing we have to worry about now, and FYI, two things, but bounce back games were 8-1 this year. You know what I mean? On every bounce back game, I think we won 8, and we won 8 out of 1. You know what I mean? That's a good stat for the New York Knicks. And we're still with Precious being back, you don't even see Sims no more. You don't even hear a chirp about Sims no more. 2 games he played bad. He didn't play at all yesterday, right? No, he didn't play at all yesterday. I mean, yeah, he didn't play at all, and he probably not gonna play no more. So all the speculations and all that stuff about Huck Purdy and all this other stuff, if Sims ain't getting no minutes, Huck Purdy ain't getting no minutes. So this might be the demise of Sims. We're talking about that little contract that Sims got this year. We signed Precious Achiuwa to the $6 million contract. Let's see if we can hold on to him and stuff like that, because this is only his 3rd game back, right? 3 games. I think he only played 3 games, so he's just gonna get better in time. You know what I mean? And he's gonna have some electrifying dunks, some big rebounds, and I'm just happy with what the team is really doing together.
He got a stat out there in the 3 games he's been back. His defense numbers is guarded. They say he guarded these many people, and only these many people got buckets on him. I think it's like it's literally like a night more like 8 for 56 and some shit like that. So that just goes to show how important this dude is, man. I knew when this guy got back, I was like, listen, when Precious Achiuwa get back, he takes that offense, that second unit, up to another level. Just because of now, you got a dude who can rebound, defend, get buckets. You know what I mean? He got a nice little bag. It might not be supreme bag, but it's enough. The cat, and I think that's paying. I get it, because now you just wait till Mitch come back, and then you know what? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Where's Bo? And when Mitch get back, I want to talk about it, dude, because he and Achiuwa up in that front line, him and Achiuwa, that's a damn good defensive minded rebounding type of front court, and we need that because Cat and Anunoby go out. We want these guys to come in there and be a force to help hold leads and then make sure that we're not getting out rebounded and our defense is on point. With Brian and Cameron Payne shot power, that's lit. That's lit. Truly. That's just not hyperbole. Cameron Payne, Deuce McBride, Precious Achiuwa, and Mitchell Robinson is a phenomenal defense side of a basketball second unit. And on top of it all off, the 2 dudes that's at the back court hitting down near 40 from downtown or better. That's serious. I don't care what NBA team you are. If the Knicks was any other team, I'd say they the same way, because that's scary to have a defense that can possibly be that good, and knowing that you got an offense that prolific. That's crazy. So I'm hoping these guys get back together. I think Achiuwa, that's what I'm just saying all that to say that his game was impactful last night in a lot of ways, Joe. So it's good to see, man. These cats get. Now when they brought him in with Cat Towns last night, shot powers, I was like, okay, I like what I see there. Him and Cat and my man Achiuwa in the game together. That's what I see. The Knicks really starting to get it popping. So they versatile, man. I like that for sure.
Yeah, interchangeable pieces that we have on this team, and I like to see that too with Cat and Precious being out there just to see what it's going to be about. And like you just said, Devon, that second unit that you're talking about, man, that second unit is you got Deuce, you got Payne, you got Precious and Mitch. You know what I mean? And I like I said, this whole month I'm going to bang in the head that small forward position. But just with those 4 guys implemented with your other 5 guys in your starting unit, you're talking about a well-rounded 9-man rotation. You could throw out a whole bunch of lineups. You got with that interchangeable, those 9 people that you can interchange right there. It changes the whole story about everything. So I'm glad that Precious is starting to get into his bag. He's starting to get his you seen him do things better last game, and he's going to continue to do that in that second unit. And we see now that Precious is back, Sims is out of the rotation. And so now we need to find someone to fit into that small forward position. If it's going to be Patty, if I haven't heard, I thought I heard some stuff about Shammer, but I think that was fake news. So let's see what happened, man. Everything that I seen today from some viable people looking like Christmas time and NYC is going to be pretty good for the Knicks somewhere around Christmas time. And I mean, it's some things that can happen. Maybe we see Shammer by then. Maybe we'll see Mitchell Robinson by that time as well.
Yeah, real talk. Salute everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Super Nick 100 GMG, man. My man, G-Man 78, what's good, my man? Good to see you. G-Man in the building, my man. Good to see you, my man. Raymond Bentley was good. Tim was popping. AP, everybody in the chat. Salute. I just answered a couple of questions. He said, Devon and Chappelle, do you think Cat can take Brunson King of New York, especially it don't matter to me, ladies and gentlemen, whether who's the King of New York or not. I just want a title. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm just saying that I don't know. That's something I don't dwell on, Tim. That's not, it's not for me. You know what I mean? I just need the Knicks to win a title. I just need the Knicks to go out there and be a New York Knicks basketball team, knowing that they went all the way to the NBA Finals and won it. That's what's important to me. Whether the King, I don't even think that matters to them. They get money. They both talented dudes. They both here for one reason and one reason only: to win the New York Knicks and the fan base a championship. I don't even think they care about that stuff. They both get money. But he got a max deal. He got a max deal. I'm hoping that's not what. I don't think that's in Jalen Brunson's character anyway. I don't think he built like that. I don't think Jalen Brunson worry about stuff like that. To be honest with you, I just think that these cats trying to win a ring. But if you, I don't know. I that's something I can't even give you an answer to, Tim, because I don't think that's why they're here. I think that's more of the off court fandom and all that stuff. But I don't think them two guys care about that. Town been in the league 10 years. He know what NBA basketball is about. He got money. These cats got money. And I don't know if it's about a politics. I think they got different characters about Rashad Powell. I think Brunson is just, he's a laid back dude, got a baby, he's married, got kids. He got a kid now. I think he's Jalen Brunson's vision is a championship. I don't think anything else matters to him. I really don't. I think he just want to go out there and help get this team to the promised land and add a cat here. But if you had to say, yeah, I can see that. If I didn't know these two guys' character, I'd probably say you right, Tim. They might be thinking about that, but I don't think so. I think that's more about us out here, not in there in the locker room. I think they go to work, and I don't know if that's. I'm not saying that's the truth, but I'm just away from my perspective. Shot Powers. I don't know if that really means that much to them. I think they just want to go, play basketball and help the New York Knicks organization get a championship up here in Madison Square Garden for the city of New York and for the New York Knicks fan base. I think that's their primary objective. So, what's your thought on that, man? To answer Tim's question about, do you think a king of New York type thing?
Not no disrespect. I could care less if Cat want to be the king of New York. We know that Jalen Brunson is the captain of the team.
Facts.
So, and Cat is getting he is getting a lot of love in New York. Who knows? We may see a size 24 shoe out for Cat this year. He may get a shoe deal here. This is how good he's playing here in New York. But with that being said, Jalen Brunson still got a lot to say about, King of New York. He is still playing phenomenal basketball, and his basketball game has evolved. It has changed from what it was last year, being the dominant scorer, being the guy that has to take the big shot, the guy that is looked for to get double team and stuff like that. He ain't got to deal with that no more with Cat here. So can I lean back a little bit and sit back and keep dishing it to Cat and let him score 40 and I still get my 20, 22, 25, but now I'm picking up 11 assists a game. I'm almost a double guy with assists and scoring. Yeah, I could do that. I'm still captain of the team. You want to be king of New York? Go for it. He's still Brunson, right? Like you said, Devon. I don't believe Brunson and Cat, even figuring anything about any of that stuff. But Cat, if you want to get, Brunson already got like 17 commercials in New York right now. I'm surprised he ain't already start talking about a sneaker deal already. You know what I mean? He got Dunkin' Donuts. He got another Pizza Hut, one of them pizza things, and him and Josh Hart is in some. So they got a couple of commercials. He's making that guap from being New York, and he'll always be mentioned as that king of New York if you want to talk about, but he's the captain of the team. So, I mean, if anybody else want to be king of New York, so be it. I mean, that, in my opinion, nothing being derogatory or anything like that. I don't think they, even like you said, Devon, I don't think they go back for, I'm about to be the king of New York, and I don't think they do all that.
Yeah, Tim, they appreciate. Tim, real talk. Appreciate the question, my man. Like I said, we just giving our point of view about the question. I'm glad you brought that up because it's interesting to a lot of people. It really is. A lot of people, who how would I say, dabble in that universe. Like you said, the guy on the other podcast who was talking about it. Yeah, it's a topic of conversation for some circles. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad you brought it up, Tim. I appreciate that, my brother. You already know. That's just something for people to dwell on. You know what I mean? And I can see it out there in the universe, and the people who deal with that universe like that. But I just to answer your question pertaining to the subject, yeah, I think Jalen Brunson welcomed Cat over here. He knew Jalen Brunson like I got to get a ring if I want to go down as who I say I am, one of the better point guards in this league. And I think he has proven himself so far, and since he's been a Knick, now he can ready to go for the ultimate if they stay healthy. You know what I mean? He took us. It took us there 2-3 years in a row. 2 years in a row. I meant to say it wasn't for injury from other players. Jalen Brunson would have took us to the Eastern Conference Final 2 years in a row. After coming off the one right before that in the Western Conference, Shot Powers. Because you believe it or not, if like I said, Julius Randle wouldn't have gotten hurt in that first round, and things could have went different against Miami in that first round. Second round in 2022 and 23. I think I'm right. Yeah, that could have went different. And then last year, we lost everybody. So Jalen Brunson could have had literally took the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Final 2 years in a row. It won for injuries. So, and now I think he got a flower. I think last year, all his accolades, all the commercial Shot Powers, Jalen Brunson, I got mine. I got my money. I got this. And them cats got money. They got money. So, but I'm happy about this tan. I like this tan. This is a reminiscent to me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about far as championship level, none of that, but the impact to me, Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns to me is like Walt Clyde Frazier and Willis Reed. I'm not talking about the championship, nothing, but the impact. I'm saying the impact on the New York Knicks basketball team to me is like Clyde Frazier and Willis Reed, because you had a point guard and a center who can get it. Patrick Ewing didn't have a point guard who can get it.
That's a fact.
So that's why I'm putting them with these dudes, because when you got a dude in the backcourt who could do that, and you got a dude up in the front court who can do that, that's a bookend. That's a bookend. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, anything in between, we ain't worried about it, because these two players on each side of this bookend, they both get down. And I just think this shit is crazy what we see in New York right now. And I'm happy about it, man. These cats doing some good stuff, man. Let's hope they can keep it burning, man. But last night was a good game overall. Tim, thank you for the question, my man. Real talk. Appreciate that. Change the topic a little bit. But last night was just a good game all around. Cat came in here, ladies and gentlemen. That was cold-blooded what he did last night. I can't say that enough. That three-point shot, it was cold-blooded. You know what I mean? And that's big time right there. And that's what's so dangerous about the Knicks. I keep telling everybody, we got two players who could do that. We got two players who, in a clutch moment, can knock down a bucket from anywhere on the court, whether it's the back court or the front court. Karl Anthony Towns can knock buckets out from outside, can knock buckets down from inside, and Jalen Brunson can knock buckets down from outside. He can knock buckets down from inside. That's dangerous. If you look at the totality of basketball, Shot Powers, where that's a threat. That's what you call a dual threat. So I like the combination. Salute the big cat, man. Came in here proving and they say it's wrong. and he doing what he doing. And like I said, it couldn't matter if he would have played the other day against Detroit. It might have been a different outcome in that game, Cat being there. More rebounding, more points, different matchups. Now they got to switch their defense schemes up a little bit, whatever the case may be. So, but he's an impactful, and that's why I got him in my top 5 in the MVP. Right now, Cat is in the MVP conversation to me, and because of the numbers he put up. And shit, Jalen Brunson damn it right behind him. I mean, Jalen Brunson damn it averaging double-digit assists. He averaging double-digit rebounds. So we got something to go on. We got something to go to war with in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. And they surrounded by a bunch of other good players. That's why I'm high on the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why so far they haven't proved me wrong, 15-9. In regards to where the NBA go. So I'm happy, man. I'm really happy to be a Knicks fan with the team we got. Let's hope they can keep gelling, get better shot powers, and get ready, go to the second half of the season after this. Hopefully be in a good place and we can get some wins on that belt.
Yeah, that's a fact, Divine. The team we keep talking about how the team is gelling and how the team is getting better and what they're planning to do and stuff like that. And the one thing that I seen last night from the team is them talking to each other. And 2 or 3 nights ago, I think when we played the Detroit game, they even said it to themselves about communication. Last night, you heard them screaming at each other. Get over, move, behind. You kept hearing them. You know what I mean? I one of the great things to listen to the game sometimes, I put it on like 2000 in here. I got my surround sound, and you hear them yelling, you know what I mean? And they were talking last night, and they picked up on everybody. I got you. They yelling for what they're doing to each other. I'm behind. They doing all these things that make their team a better team. And their second layer to their first layer that's playing the defense, they're letting them know what's happening behind them. And I mean, pick on the left, pick on the right, back up, screen. They're yelling these things out. You know what I mean? And it makes it easier for you to, I don't want to say easier for you to play defense, but it makes you know what's about to happen so you can prepare for that left-handed screen or that right-handed screen or to step up or move back. And I'm just happy to hear a lot of the stuff that they're talking about because that means that they're playing team basketball. They're not they don't want anybody to get beat. You know what I mean? And you see sometimes when one gets beat, they all get a little deflated. You know what I mean? Because I could have been back there to help him. I should have moved off of this man because he's not a 3-point threat and played the defense down low. Dang, I shouldn't have double teamed on this guy and leave this 3-point shooter open and for him to hit that shot, I should have stayed up on him this time instead of doubling down on the big man. So I'm happy to see what they're starting to get together, and it makes me feel good to know that they're gelling. They're getting the groove back. And with Precious being back and Payne being back now on the side with Deuce, and I mean looking at 25 points from your second unit, 100 and what's the starting units averaging 100 and yeah, you know what I mean? 100, so you're looking at almost 120 points a game. You know what I mean? And that's still with 2 players hypothetically out of Tom Thibodeau's circle of trust rotation. And I mean that's Shaman for Pattier and Mitchell Robinson. So with those 2 guys, if we could get those 2 guys to contribute 6 points apiece with 8 rebounds apiece, that we're cooking with fire. You know what I mean? Straight coal on a grill with no grill. And I mean that's the smoke and the fire. Putting that little bucket and you dump it in there, it's all red. Yeah, it's starting to fire you up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what, the 2 brought us are interesting too because that yelling is a part of team defense, and that's what I'm loving about these guys. That yelling that you talk about, how they communicate with each other. That's like having that linebacker in your defense who calling out all the plays, the single callers and people like that. I mean, these cats are communicating at a good level. And last night they showed me that. I mean, and Jalen Brunson and even I'm gonna tell you somebody who pride me about their leadership calling out too. Deuce McBride.
Yep.
I seen Deuce McBride calling out them the elder statement type brothers, like getting them in line. I love that about Deuce. I think he's trying to take on a leadership role from just being vocal. He vocal, and I like that about my man. I really am happy to see Deuce McBride do that, man, because he a part of this thing, and he a part of this thing what we doing over there, man. And him and Payne in that backcourt, like I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, two good defense ball players, and both of them knocked down 40% down there from downtown. That's an awesome thing to have in the back in your second unit. So as these guys continue to get more healthy, and and keep building this thing, man. I like what I'm seeing heading into the second half of the season. When the next 40 games finally get here. By the time we get there, I think we should be a pretty good, comfortable team, Shot Powers. And I think if Mitch should be back by then, whether he be here or not here, I don't know, but if he be here, that's going to be a huge impact for the Knicks. The bolster now, the bolster the second unit, Shot Powers, and now we have to play the other guys so many minutes. So as our bench gets stronger, that means that Tom Thibodeau don't have to worry about playing these guys 38, 40 minutes. Because now he got his full arsenal back on the bench. He got his bench back. So now he don't have to send these guys like this anymore because he got capable guys who he believe in, who we know that can get the job done. See, he know them young guys can play, but that don't mean he don't know if they can get the job done. He know they can play and contribute and do some things. It's different than getting the job done. I think now that he got my man Pressure Achiuwa back, who understand the system, can go out there and go hard against anybody. I think he's so happy with that. Now when you add that and Deuce McBride, and I just think when Mitchell Roberts come back, somebody who know the system very well. Hockey Purdy don't know the system like Mitchell Roberts know the system. None of them. Mitchell Roberts is the elder statement out of all of them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? He knows the system just as good as anybody there because he's been playing in it for so many years. So that's a big plus coming back when Mitchell Roberts can get back, and knock on wood, he stay healthy because you got him, Pressure Achiuwa, and at least Deuce McBride, Shot Power, they all know Tibbs' system. Campaign just learning how to play it. You know what I mean? This campaign only played the Tibbs system for 24 games? Well, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, and Achiuwa played in it for longer than that. So I think the comfort that them being that having that chemistry in that second unit will be huge going in later to the part of the season because I think that's going to make the next team even stronger, man. So I'm excited about these guys coming back. I hope that Mitch can get back as well.
Yeah, that's no doubt about that, Divine. These guys know the system, and if you don't know by now, Tom Thibodeau has a circle of trust. And when he gets his circle of trust plays back, like you said, Divine, and I've been saying this for I don't know how long, that first unit, the second unit, the first unit, scorched earth, second unit, defensive threat, and the third unit is going to get those garbage minutes that end the games, that last 5-7 minutes of a game or something like that when we beat up on a team 29 points, 32 points and stuff like that because the offense is lethal and the offense doesn't stop in the second unit. The offense does not stop in the second unit with Campaign in there, with Deuce McBride, and hopefully Larry with Shamif coming back. You know what I mean? The offense is not going to stop. And plus you got stellar defense in this second unit with Deuce McBride, Cameron Payne, Pressure Achiuwa, and Mitchell Robinson and Shamif. So that second unit, that second unit healthy could be a starting unit in some of these NBA teams right now. So Shamif, McBride, Payne with Mitchell Robinson and Precious, that's an awesome unit right there. And like you said, as minutes go along, you'll start seeing the starters, especially if they're hot. If the starters is hot, they're going to get less minutes that game because the second unit is going to pull through, and then you'll use Payne and Deuce and maybe Shamif to assist with 2 or 3 of the young guys that we're trying to bring up from the farm system.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about last night's game, Shot Power, and I'm really happy about this too. The Knicks had 6 offensive rebounds. But you know why that's crazy? I'm not saying it because of the rebound. That tells you that they knock it down shot because they don't need to get no offense rebound.
Right.
See, that's the whole thing different than this team of last year. I'm telling you, they never going to be like they were last year. They're not missing shots like they missing last year. Like Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle didn't have a good shooting percentage, but he could get buckets. You know what I mean, Shot Powers? So we had guys who could score the ball, but their percentages wasn't good. We got a team now that they shoot good from the floor, so there's not going to be a lot of missed opportunities and things of that nature because they offense be clicking. You know what I mean? And like I said, once Mitchell Robinson get back, Pressure Achiuwa, I mean, you know, now your numbers get your rebounding numbers go up, your defense get better. A lot of things get better because now you got healthy, strong, good, big, solid bodies who do the things that we are lacking in. See, Mitchell Robinson will make up for Call of Duty Town sometimes defense on a team, I'm saying. So we know Call of Duty Town might not be a great defender, but we got a guy coming behind him who will make up for that. Just like Call of Duty Town scoring numbers to make up for Mitchell Robinson's non-scoring numbers. You know what I mean? So when you combine that center, because it's not about one guy, it's about the position. When you combine the center position for the New York Knicks, think about this here. When you combine that center position in the New York Knicks, because that's what they judge it by a game, not by one player. The New York Knicks is getting 34 points because Mitchell Robinson averaging around 8 or 9 a game. Towns getting 25. You getting 34 and 20-something rebound from two dudes in your back start line. Your centers. If Mitch do his average and Call of Duty Town do his numbers, the New York Knicks center position in the NBA is dropping 34 and 20-something a game from that position. You know, so that's what you got to realize when look at the pressure. Look at the Knicks numbers when he came back. President George grabbed 6 rebounds the other day. Shit, Hockenpurdy didn't barely getting that. None of them. You know what I mean? But what I mean is his impact on the game with the defense side of the ball. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. This ain't no hyperbole. When Mitchell Robinson get back, I want everybody to come up in the chat within 20-something games and tell me how good do you think the Knicks really are. Watch when that boy get back. Our team will be solid as a brick house. They be good at every position. They got a player at every position who can play NBA basketball at a certain level. Mitchell Robinson can play basketball at a certain level that a lot of like Hockenpurdy and Gerald Sims can't play at. He play at a different level than them. President Chua play at a different level than Home and Hockenpurdy and all them. President Chua level is 2 times that. So that's dangerous. Yeah, because now these cats got a solid 9-man rotation. Tiz can throw out there, like you said earlier, shot powers, any combination, any way, offense or defense, we can give it to you anyway. And if 8 of the starting guys in that lineup, 7 of them all knocked down 40% from downtown, damn near. All of them. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. The starting 5 and 2 of the guys right now coming off the bench as 7 dudes, all shooting high 30s and 3-point shooting in the NBA right now. Come on. Keep it a buck, shop hours. Mitchell Robinson get back. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited about it, man. I'm giddy like that because I believe in the talent we got here. And they all fit together, shop powers. You know, I know I'm babbling, but I just want to point out why I think this team, when they get healthy, we're going to have a different conversation up here. And we always stay influenced by the positive, but Knicks going to get Knicks will talk a lot of positive reasons to be decided this year. You ain't gonna hear nothing because they a positive team. They balling right now. Shit, let's get it. You know what I mean, Shaw? Let's get it, bro.
I always talk about that analogy too with Mitch. And you want to see another one that's pretty great? Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride. Or if you want to put Payne, whichever one you want to put. Both of those guys are averaging. I think Deuce is averaging 11. His average is 11, and I think Payne is 7. So you add that to 25. Now you got 32 points, and Payne's killing it with assists this year. I think he probably might be getting 3 assists. So you figure let's say 4 assists, and Jalen Brunson's almost averaging 11. So that's 15 assists from that position. You know what I mean? From that position. Now you talk about Precious and OG. You know what I mean? OG right now is averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and now you add Precious to that mix where he's probably going to average somewhere from 6 to 8 points a game with 4 or 5 more rebounds. Now OG's the position that OG and him carry averages 25 points a game.
Crazy,
you know what I mean? So you know, you keep doing those things. That's one of the major reasons why I'm wondering where they're going to do the small forward position. You know what I mean, to help out Mikal. You know what I mean, because Mikal right now, and let this be known. If you watched the game last night, and you should have heard this for yourself. I forgot if it was Clyde or if it was one of the brothers. I can't remember his name. Mark. Anyway, one of them said last night that Mikal is the number one shooter from the corners, number one shooting from the corners in the league, number one shooting from the corners in the league. Guys shooting, his overall 3-point percentage is not that great, but from the corners, I think he's like 39 point something. He almost 40% from the corners, and it may even be higher than that. But I know it's at least 37 from the right corner. The right corner, I'm almost sure that his percentage from the right corner is like 39, 40%. I mean,
46
from the right corner.
Yeah, he's a high shooting lead around 40 something, 46, 45, 46, I think.
See what I'm saying? I know he's shooting over 39% from the right corner by itself. The other position, the top and the two wing parts is not. He was shooting knocking them down last night, but from those areas, to put it overall, probably is a little lower percentage. But from the corners, the left corner, the right corner, he is hot. And you seen that last night. He hit some big shots last night. 2 games ago, we were talking about him. Oh, he shot 2 for 8. Last night, what he shot? 6 for 9 or something like that. He shot like 50%. I don't even know what I'm making the numbers up in my head, but I believe I seen him hit at least 6 3-pointers last night. You know what I mean? 1, 2, definitely 2 from the corner right. Definitely 1 from the corner left and 2 from the corner wing part. So he must have shot about, what was his average last night from 3-point land, Devon?
5 for 8. He killed it.
5 for 8. All right, 5 for 8 last night. That's over 50%.
That's that dead is 60.
You know what I mean? That's over 50% from
last night. Anyway, that's 70%.
From last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and it wasn't only from the corners. He hit on the wing 2 times too. So, you know what I mean? He's just gonna get better, and the team is just gonna get better, and I appreciate what things are happening.
Yeah, you know what, man? This cat, you know, these cats got body of work, Shot Powers. I'm not sweating Mikal Bridges one, but he got body of work. You know what I mean? So all these dudes, and it's just a matter of time. It's just because you cannot tell me. Nobody in it can tell me if the Knicks 15-9 now, you don't think the Knicks is better with Mitchell Robinson? Do the Knicks get worse or better with Mitchell Robinson? There you go, right there. They get better. Mitchell Robinson makes a difference. I don't give it 4 or 5, 6 games. They're being a positive instead of a negative with Mitchell Robinson. So what I'm saying is, if they good now, and a lot of things that we starting to get into rhythm with, like I was a good defense game, 108. That second, the first half wasn't good. Obviously, had 27-34, but in that second half, 25 points in the third, 22 in the fourth. That's keep everybody at 25 points a quarter, like you say. That's 100 points a game. Well, last night we didn't do that in the first half, but the second half we gave them 25 and 22. And what did we do? We supposed to did in the fourth quarter. We put up 30. That's how the Knicks play basketball. That's how they play. So their defense I think Pressure Chua had an impact on that game. Our defense got better last night because my man Pressure Chua and Anunoby and Catnam put in a great effort last night. You know what I mean? So if the games we been losing lately here and there, watch this team by another when Mitchell Robinson get back, I think Mitchell Robinson gonna play on Christmas. I really do. I think Mitchell Robinson come back.
I hope so. I figure right around that 25th. That I think we played Wembayama on that game on Christmas. So I think he's gonna be right there around the 25th, 27th, somewhere around that time. And I mean, it's a lot of hoopla out there, and I've seen a lot of reputable people start talking about it too. You know, there's a possibility, there's a chance, there are all those adjectives that bring that he may be back around this time. And so I'm gonna run with the adjectives too, and hope that and try to bring it into fruition that he be back around the 25th to the 27th. And he even was on IG the other day talking about, I got great news. Oh, what did he say? I think he said, I got great news. I got great news today. And you don't hear nothing else about it. What was the great news? I'm hoping that he'll be able to get some physical contact on the court soon. And I mean, start with 1-on-1 and 2-on-1 and 5-on-5, or however they say those names, so he can get back on the court by Christmas. It'll be if if you doubted Mitchell Robinson, and this is another thing. Everybody talking about Mitch go right back into the starting unit and all that stuff. Let's be clear, man. Mitch last year was coming off the bench. And I mean, and he was following Ahart, you know what I mean? So because of, and I think that he will be devastating in the second unit with Precious Achua, with Payne, with Shaman, with Deuce. I think he would be devastating. And we will see a big lineup of Cat, Mitch, Precious, OG out on the court.
Crazy,
you know what I mean? We will see that on the court. It may not be a lot of minutes, but to see put Mitch with Cat, with Precious and OG, and then you put Brunson or Payne or whoever you want to put in there to facilitate the basketball. Come on, man. We're gonna see that. You know what I mean? We're gonna see that. We're gonna see a run and gun team. We're gonna see Mitchell Robinson out there with four guards. Deuce, yeah, with Deuce.
Real quick. I don't lose top of what you just said. You know who I want to see get popping like that? Real quick, I get right back to you. Campaign, Deuce McBride, and Josh Hart. Because of that pace. With Precious Robinson, that pace would be ridiculous, bro. You know what I mean? That should be nice.
That's a lineup. That's a lineup right there, Divine. Deuce, Payne, Hart. You could put McHale in there and Mitch. You know what I mean? You want to run up and down the court and make sure that you get offensive rebounds? Yes, we did lose rebounds last game. We have been a pretty decent rebounding team this year. Yesterday, we didn't have good rebounding. You know what I mean? But you know when the buck stops? Once Precious gets a little bit more acclimated in the minutes and Mitchell Robinson comes back. Because when the starters come out, the second unit is going to clean up all the stuff that the starter unit is not doing. We're not grabbing rebounds that much. We're not crashing the boards that much. That stops when Mitchell Robinson and Precious get on the court. That stops. Now we get all the rebounds. We get all the defensive rebounds. You're not getting no offensive rebounds. You're shut down now. And now we push the pace. And that Josh Hart lineup with Deuce McBride and Payne, that has made my mouth water a little bit, man. I ain't even going to say that out loud because that's another lineup that you could put out there. You know what I mean? That's another lineup you could put out there. So
in the bottom three shooting, in the bottom three are shooting 40% right now.
Yeah.
They're very interchangeable. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I'm just looking at what I see. I mean, I try not to dab in too much of of all the stuff that, you know, the nuance, because there's a lot of variables to a lot of stuff. Why they might not be doing this, why they didn't do that, or it's a lot of reasons why they didn't do it. There's a lot of reasons they did do it. But I tell you this, the Knicks are 15-9, and I think they getting better because the numbers will change now that they get more healthier. That's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. Now they get bodies, the numbers will improve, the rebounding will improve, the other things in the aspects of the game will improve on the defense because now you're getting guys back that know how to play that position. So yeah, I get it what the Knicks been doing in the first 24 games. They haven't been a great defensive team. They haven't been a great rebounding team, but you got to understand why they haven't been one neither. It ain't because they're not a good rebounding team. Two of their main primary guys at the positions is out. And the guys who they got replacing them is not better than them or can't do much as they do. So obviously our numbers are going to be critiqued a little bit but I guarantee you now that Precious Achua is back, watch the rebound and they'll go up a little bit more because he's more aggressive than the other guy. And watch when Mitchell Robinson get back, the numbers going to go up a little bit more because he's more aggressive than the guy that is replacing them. So, I mean, you know, we trying to replace these guys with guys who haven't even been in the NBA. Don't even know nothing about the NBA. We trying to replace Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achua with guys who ain't even played in the NBA. Of course, there's going to be some lapses here and there. We're not going to be good at it because new cats get burnt too much because they just learn how to play in the NBA. But when Mitchell Robinson and my man get back, they know how to play in the NBA. It's a big difference. And I think that's what's going to be the impact to this next team is Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achua getting back up in that front court to help our Towns and Anunoby. That's going to be huge for the New York Knicks. Now they got somebody who help them dudes out because we ain't got nobody to help them out. Not the way the scale we think about championship scale. When y'all say throwing Haka Purdy and throwing these Daddy, I get where y'all going with that because you want to see him play and help the team a minute perspective, but they ain't gonna have no impact like these dudes that's coming back now. Watch, let's see. So let's talk about this another 10 games. When we get to the second half of the season, I really want to see where the Knicks is at. And from right now, what we in this first 20-something game, when we get to the 40th game, let's see where the Knicks is at. Let's see where they're at. Did they get better with Mitchell Robinson and Chua coming back? Did their numbers get better, or did they got worse, or they stayed the same? 20 games from now. Let's see. And that's the only way you would tell if Mitchell Robinson and my man had an impact. Wait till the time for it to throw, that time coming, they all on the court together. Look at the numbers. And if they go the other way, something wrong. I doubt it, though. I doubt that. I very seriously doubt that. I think the numbers get better. Defense will get better. Rebounding get better. How I'm gonna say the pace of the way they want to play gets just as good as well. So let's see, man. Let's see how it goes. We don't know until they get here, but I'm glad to have him back. I'm glad that Chua's back right now. Shaw Powers, his 3 games he's been back. He was a +7 last night. 6 good rebounds, man. He played hard on the defense side. 2 blocks. You see what I'm saying, Shaw Powers? 2 blocks, 6 rebounds. That's different in 16 minutes. And he had 7 points, 3 for 7 from the floor. That's impactful. So I can only imagine. So if Mitch come back and do the numbers he did last night, I'm happy. If Mitch come back and give me 7 and 7,
8, 7 and 7, 8 and 8, whatever.
Yeah, because he obviously he was splitting 24 minutes with Hartenstein, but now I don't expect Mitchell Roberts' number to be supremely high because he's playing less minutes because of Cat being the starting center. But so let's still in that second row. In the second unit, if Mitchell Robinson give us 7 points, 7 rebounds, a couple of blocks at the backup 5, that's a win-win for the Knicks because he was doing that. He was doing that for us in the first unit. So I can't wait to
even if he get 5 points and 7 rebounds. You know what I mean? Right. His score, he doesn't even have to score. His major thing is to grab rebounds. So if he gets out there in 20 minutes, you know what I mean? Let's say 28 minutes, let's say 18 minutes, he gets out there and gets you 4 points and 6 or 7 rebounds. You just equate those numbers to what Cat was doing. Just like you said last night with Precious Chua, he had 6 points, 6 rebounds, 6 rebounds, and 6 or 7. But you take those numbers and you put those numbers to what OG had last night and see how much they had together. 20-something points, almost 10, 11 rebounds, almost 6, 7 blocks. You know what I mean? Almost 6. I think OG had like 3 or 4 blocks yesterday, and Precious had 2 blocks. So that's like 6 blocks. Yeah, and I mean from your power forward position.
Yep. They had 7. They had last night total. They had 7 blocks last night. And like I said, Anunoby had 3, Towns had 2, and Precious had 2. That's what we talk about. That's exactly what we talk about. These cats, once they get it, man, these cats got an impact on this thing, man. But they just do. Listen, they don't give these players the money they give them just to be giving it to them. You know what I mean? The New York Knicks gave Mitchell Robinson $15 million a year because they knew what he meant to that team, what he could do, and what he means to that franchise. That's why they gave him the money. They gave him the money because they know with him on the court, they have a chance of doing a lot of great things. And that's why they gave him his money. That's why they gave Cat his money. That's why they gave every NBA player their money, because they believe they could do something to help them win. Mitchell Robinson helps the Knicks win basketball games. That's period. He don't help them lose none. Period. He helps them win. The Knicks gave him that money for a reason, because they know what and since he's been here, since they gave him that money, other than injury, he's been through the playoffs 3 times out of the 6 years he's been here. And he made an impact in the last 2. The other one, obviously, he wasn't hurt. He didn't play in Atlanta when we played Atlanta in the first, when Tibbs got here in 2021. Mitch didn't play in that series. But look what happened in the series when he did play. I don't care what nobody say. He did a job on them Cleveland Cavaliers the year before in the playoffs. Did a job on them dudes, man. I don't care if Mitchell Robinson was on any other team in the NBA that year, Shaw Powers. I don't care if Mitchell Robinson was on any team. But that series against the Cleveland Cavaliers, he gave them cats the business on the defense side of the ball. That's what helped us win that series 4-2. With an alien Julius Randle. Mitchell Robinson had that center spot locked down on them dudes. For real. So, and now you getting that same thing the year later. Look what happened when he went up against Embiid last year. Even though Embiid had some games where he did it, but he made it hard on him. He made it hard on Embiid. That's why you want Mitchell Robinson on the Knicks in that second unit. Just for them two reasons I just talked about. The man calls his habit. I ain't care about what people say that he can't do this, he don't do this, he don't do that. His numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. And Mike Breen, them ain't sitting there speaking no hyperbole where they say this dude. When you hear one of the greatest point guards in the NBA say this man could dominate a basketball game on both sides of the ball because he rebounds offensively real well, he blocks shots, he disruptive. Them guys, these professionals telling you how good Mitchell Robinson is. So I'm only saying this to say when he get back to the Knicks, it's going to help them see even more better because that cat plays his position from the way he play it. He plays it well. He ain't perfect, but he plays it well enough for the Knicks. You know what I mean? The defense efficiency from the other team. The disrupting of the plays coming down the lane, Shot Powers, is not even about, see, numbers is not everything. It's the things, the other numbers that matter, the stats and how much the other team's offense is not getting a certain percentage in a certain field goal area because of a guy's there. It ain't about the points all the time. If Mitchell Robinson is allowing your team to only get 38% or 40% from the field goal area inside the paint, that's what you bought him here for, right? You know what I mean, Shot Powers? It don't even have to be about nothing other than that. When he's on the floor, your team's defense is better. That's all that matters. I don't get. Hey, what's the man? Tony Allen, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you some prime examples. Y'all remember Tony Allen? Y'all remember Andrew Roberson? Used to play for Oklahoma City. They did not have a lick of offense, but their impact was so good that they had to put him in the starting lineup, and they was a winning team. So when Andrew Roberson left OKC, Durant ain't do nothing because his impact on that defense side of the ball is phenomenal. And that's what kept the same thing with my man Tony Allen. For those who know the Memphis Grizzlies back in the days when they used to call it grindhouse with them dudes, Tony Allen couldn't score a bucket. But his impact on that defense was so good, you had to start with Zach Randolph. You had to start with all the Mike Conley and them because that's what Mitchell Robinson do for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. That's keeping it real. The cat impacts the field goal area against the other team and allows your team not to be able to stay in game, allows them to be able to do the thing they want to do because you got a guy who's making it hard on the other team. So that means that our perimeter guy can focus on the perimeter now. You know what I mean? Because they know they got somebody in the back who ain't gonna allow anything to happen, and that's what you call a good player that impacts a team. Like Shot Powell, I think that's Mitchell Robinson for sure.
There's no more to be even said about that, man. I just want to see the big testimony will be when he gets back on the court to see what he does. Because as we sit here and talk about it, the Knicks in the front office are gonna do the same thing. See how good he plays from when he gets here until that trade deadline. And if they believe that he's not doing what he needs to do, you best believe Mitchell Robinson will be the oldest tenured Knick will be the last tender of his Knicks being in the Knicks jersey. So it's all up to what Mitch does. If we have Mitch on the floor, of course we're going to be a better team. There's no doubt we're going to be a better team. And Mitch being in the second unit doesn't always equate to him just being the only guy in the second unit. We just talked about it. You can see Mitch on the court with Cat. You can see Mitch on the court with OG and Precious. You can see Mitch on the court with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, with Deuce McBride and Cameron Payne.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, yes, I got him right, Divine. That's what I'm saying. My main focus, me, in my opinion, my main focus this month is to figure out what they're going to do with that small forward position in the second unit. That is my main. If it's going to be Shaman, if it's going to be Patier, that's the only thing that I'm worried about, because when Mitch comes back, he is going to be impactful. We already see Precious being back. He is impactful. Payne has been out for a couple of games. Payne being back is impactful. The starting unit, everybody on that starting unit is impactful. All five of those starters that we have on the court can hit those big shots, just like we seen yesterday. Mikal hit the big shot after big shot. Josh Hart has always hit a big shot. One of the top leaders in hitting big shots in the league last year. Jalen Brunson, we already know Jalen Brunson can knock down a big shot. OG Anunoby knocks down big shots. And Big Cat. All these guys are finishers, and they know how to put the ball in the basket. And they all shooting from 40%.
Crazy.
All the starters, they shoot. So I just, my main focus for this month is for me to find out what the New York Knicks, I mean, not that I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna find out from listening to everybody else, but to see what they put out there as their small forward. Because the one thing that I'm not saying that I don't like, because Mikal is an Iron Man, but he is I think he's number one in the league in minutes played, you know what I mean? So to alleviate him from, and it's a reason for that, because of his defense. Mikal Bridges in these last couple of games has been playing way better defense than game 1, 2, 3, and 4. Way better defense in those games. And what happens with him is his defense is getting better. What happens when his defense is getting better? His offense is getting better now.
Yep.
So I'm just, my main focus is to see who can help him keep himself more fresh, a little fresher going into the fourth quarter, so we don't have to struggle in quarter 1 and 3. This way we could dominate in quarter 1, 2, maybe slack in the third quarter and pick it back up in the fourth quarter. That's what I need to see from the New York Knicks, and that's why I keep saying about this second unit small forward.
Yeah, real quick. I'm gonna close on the Mitch thing with this here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch can get traded the day we walk back in the building.
Sure can.
Mitch can get traded the day Mitch hit the lineup. He can get traded, and nobody saying Mitch is a superstar. He can get traded the day he already been on the trading block for the Knicks. I mean, that's not the point though. The point is, with 6 minutes left in the first quarter, right? Tom Thibodeau said, "You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out Josh Hart. I'm gonna slide Mikal to the 2. I'm gonna slide Anunoby to the 3. I'm gonna slide Cat at the 4 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, and I'm gonna put Mitchell Robinson at the 5. He ain't got to start for the Knicks, and everybody gets substituted out. Now, the only thing that Mitch does for Tom Thibodeau is give Tom Thibodeau a deeper substitute pattern. His pattern gets deeper now. He can take out anybody in that starting lineup. I'm talking about between the small forward, the two and the small and the power forward, and you can replace them with Mitch. Just due to the fact the other dude will slide down to the 2 or 3, and nobody can slide. It's just crazy to me. Now you're going to get to see the Knicks rebounding in the first unit, shot powers, with 6 minutes left to go. Now you got another rebounder in there. You took out Josh Hart. Now you put Mitch in there. Now you got another rebounder to go with Cat. So I think Tom Thibodeau understands what he's about to have here. You know what I mean? You know, and I just think that's almost a reflection of the way that Gobert and my man Towns did it over there in Utah. Mitchell Robinson allowed them to play like Gobert and Towns did for a few minutes. That's all that mattered. You know what I mean? It allowed them to play like they now allowed them to play big at a time when they might need to play big. You know what I mean? Mitchell Robinson is a 7-footer. That you value that size. So now the Knicks they can go up against 2 big dudes like Brook Lopez and Giannis. Hypothetically, I'm saying because of height. You know what I mean? You're going up against some of these guys in the league who got 2 big, a power forward and a big center. Then they're 7 foot. Knicks now have the ability to do that with Mitchell Robinson. That's all I'm saying. Now Gerald Cousins is 6'10" at best. You know what I mean? Cocker Purdy 6'8", 6'9", I don't know, at best 6'10". But Mitchell Robinson is 7 foot with a wingspan that's. So I just think that it's a good dynamic to be able to have him come back, to be able to plug and play all the other guys. Like if you take out Anunoby, you still could put Mitchell in the slide Cat to the 4. If you take out Anunoby or Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart to slide down there. You know what I mean? Shot power. So it's just good to see. And I think that's gonna hopefully he come back, maybe take 10 games to get in shape, shot powers. Take 10 games to get his win back or get comfortable playing basketball. He haven't played since the playoffs last year. I'm really excited about Mitchell Robinson, whether he be here or not. But I think if he's here, he's gonna help this team. That's all I know. And I just want to close on that, man, because I think his impact is going to be huge for the Knicks. It just will be. He going to give us something that the other guys ain't giving us. But that's how it goes, man. We ain't going to stay too long, man. I know we just chopping it up, man. But I'm happy with the game the other day. Shot powers. Ain't no game is perfect. You know what I mean? Anybody, like we always say, on any given night can lose in the NBA. And right now, Orlando is 100-100 against the Milwaukee Bucks. Right now, without Carroll and Wagner, that don't even mean nothing. It all depends how you playing that night. I don't care how good the team is. How are you playing that night? You know, and that's what basketball is about. That's why they say take a game. Why you think Tom Thibodeau would say, yo, take a game by game, like y'all always say, take a game by game. On any given night, I don't care how good the team is, you can get your butt with. And that's why we 15-9. That's why a lot of other teams is 10-11, or because on any given night, you can get your butt whipped. Atlanta beat us, right? Atlanta beat us. We beat Denver by standing 30-40. Denver beats Atlanta. You see what I'm saying, Shot Powers? I'm trying to say it doesn't matter who you beat, who you didn't beat. Everybody take an L. Shit, if that was the case, everybody be undefeated. You're gonna lose the basketball game on any given night. Nobody goes 82-0. But it's how your team played that night, and I think that's what right now where we at as a team. All I'm concerned is Shot Powers, how did we play that night? And last night we played good enough defense and our offense scored enough points to win the game. Period. I don't care what happened in the game. We won the game. Because all that other shit don't mean nothing. All that matters is W's and L's at the end of the season. Did you get enough wins to get into the playoffs? Yes or no? Anything in between that, you can throw all the stats in the air you want to, but it don't really mean nothing, ladies and gentlemen, unless that scoreboard says you got a W and the other team got an L. So for the Knicks, we did it 15 times. I don't care what the situation with the game was. I don't care who was there, who was not there. That's not the point. They played an NBA game. They won that night. And that's what it should be about. So let's see if they can get it tomorrow. Big game, ladies and gentlemen. Emirates Cup throwdown. Knicks, Atlanta Hawks, man. Hawks beat us already this year, so Knicks don't want to get back at them. They out in Vegas, neutral court, Shot Powers. Trae Young got them boys playing pretty good out there, man. I know we talk about it tomorrow, so we talk about it tomorrow, but it's going to be a fun game. I can't wait to get into the pregame tomorrow. But I know we have a lot to talk about there, man. It's going to be fun, man. Knicks playing
it's early tomorrow, too, right?
I think the game is, matter of fact, I got it right here. Let me put it up here. The game is at 7:00 tomorrow. Yes, indeed. We being at quarter to 6. We 5:45 tomorrow. And we get to talk about it, man. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm excited about it, man. Like I said, I'm happy that Pressure Tour came back in time for this because Hawks they got some good solid players there. And people don't understand about the Hawks real quick. They got players who've been in the playoffs already quite a few times. Capella, DeAndre Hunter, Trae Young. Then you got them young guys emerging like Jalen Johnson. It's gonna be a fun game. But I know our team gonna be ready though. That's what I love about the game last night. They played a hard, close game, a gritty enough game to say, okay, we didn't blow nobody out. Like I said earlier, Shot Power, they played a competitive game. And I think they go into the game, tomorrow's game, with a competitive spirit. Because they played a competitive game the night before where they didn't blow nobody out and everybody sitting like, we knew it was going to happen, blah, blah, blah. No, they're going with a different energy tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to this thing, man. Different Hawks team, different Knicks team. We'll see how it goes. We get into it, get it popping tomorrow, man. But listen, man, we're going to get up out of here. Thank y'all for coming in. Real talk. I know we're battling, but, we just want to touch on some points about our squad tonight. How we feel about it going forward. And everybody's thoughts count. Everybody's opinions matter. Like me, I'm always trying to just point out the thing. I'm all about the wins and losses, man. I'm hoping this team get to the promised land. I'm hoping the Knicks bring us a championship to the fan base. They've been eluding us for over 50 years. All I want to do is the Knicks to win. I don't give a shit. I just want us to win. We need a championship in New York, and I like the squad that we have here. I think they got a shot to get it. If everybody get healthy and they stay right, they got a shot at getting one. And all I want is a championship in New York. Everything else don't matter to me, brother. So until then, Shot Power, holler at your boy.
Yeah, we'll be in here quarter to 6 tomorrow. Come check us out. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit those likes, run those likes, and those hit those subscribes up. And we see y'all guys tomorrow. Divine, I hit you up in the morning time and stuff. Well, you hit me up when you get freed up and stuff like that, and we go from there.
Yeah, real talk, man. Let's get it popping, ladies and gentlemen. Big game, Emirates Cup tomorrow. Knicks and Hawks. Don't get no better than that. We're going to be in the building. Chat going to be in the building. Everybody else going to be in the building. Y'all make sure y'all do the thing before y'all leave, man. Y'all already know how we get down. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it, man. We see y'all on the other side. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Y'all have a good night, man. See y'all tomorrow, man. Let's get it. Shot Power. Peace, my bro.
Let's get it.
All right. The game is over. We 10 boot trooping like soldiers in trains and planes and Range Rovers. We see fans up in them Ubers and lifts. We on a BQE and we maneuver and swift. This ain't Tokyo, but you know we drift. Cause the pokey been a low, so you know the flow had to shift. Guess who's back with the game recap? You see the name and the frame, the hat. This real talk, we cut from a different cloth. We cooking Nick broad with a different salt. We bubbling like a hot pot in the kitchen, dripping. the spot, nicking, we spitting. Down with these balls and B-ball. No matter how far the stars we see y'all, we about to hit you with the box score and a lot more. Our top core knocking down shots, and we got a lot for 48 minutes. Captain lieutenants getting buckets, fucking we in it. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on the game preview. It's this real talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit, and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's this real talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit, and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride.